Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as it's Monday and we're here with the wrestling wrap up. I do want to say that I hope you guys all had a great holiday weekend for Christmas and Christmas Eve, if that's what you celebrate, or maybe you celebrate something else this past weekend. I hope it all went well for you guys. I hope you spent time with friends or family or did something good for yourself or for others. So hope all went well this past holiday weekend. We're here. It's Monday, and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up. A handful of news brought to you in one easy-to-watch video. As far as the stuff we're going to talk about today, this might be a shorter one. We're going to talk about the Pitch Black match being advertised by WWE. Changes to the way things look for AEW Dynamite. Potential spoilered plans. Maybe. Ish, kinda, for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and so much more. Because again, this is the wrestling wrap up every Monday and Friday morning, roughly 11 a.m. Pacific. But I had to have the heater guy come and fix the heater today, so doing it around noon Pacific. We're here to talk about all the latest news in the world of professional wrestling. You can watch a couple of different ways. You can either watch it live right here, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, or you can watch or listen later, whether that's youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, or podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Remember, if you are watching live, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below, or by donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, just like Undefeated World recently did, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. And it doesn't even have to be your Amazon Prime account. It can be anybody's Amazon Prime account, whether that's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your grandma, your grandpa, your auntie, your uncle, anybody's. Take that Amazon Prime account, you take that Twitch account, you link them together, bada bing, bada boom. Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and they always give you one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Let me fix my mic really fast. I don't know what it is, but it's like loosening itself. It's been loosening itself, and so like, because it's loose a little, it wants to just slowly dip on me. So I don't know. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, you can help us out over there by becoming a channel member, getting early access to news, early access podcast episodes, early access non-news videos, all of our graphics packages, and so much more. Been working on the new Dynamite graphics packages for the channel because they're creating new graphics, which we'll talk about today. And maybe I give you guys those graphics packages as well. Plus, I've been working on the Royal Rumble graphics package, so there's some graphics coming your guys' way if you are a member subscriber on YouTube, or if you subscribe over at patreon.com/PW Unlimited. And finally, head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something, whether you're buying a new game, whether you're buying an old game, whether you're claiming a free game or getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, or Rumbleverse. Use our code right here, PW Unlimited, at checkout for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases, and you will be directly supporting us at no extra cost. I mean, trying to get that Game of the Year Elden Ring, trying to get another game that was highly honored this year in Sifu. Maybe you're trying to get into Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Use this code PWNLIMITED at checkout for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases. I mean, hey, Epic is still giving away one free game a day. And they're doing it, I think, up till New Year's. I'll tell you right now. I think it's one free game a day all the way to New Year's. Right now, the free game is Feast, Forged in Shadow Torch. And another game will be free tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We use our code at checkout for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases. But with that, we have some stuff we got to talk about. And the first thing we're going to talk about is something we've recently talked about, but WWE quietly kind of yes, no confirmed today. And that is the Pitched Black match. Yes, WWE will be doing a pitch black match coming up at the Royal Rumble, as this was first, I want to say, reported by WrestlingNews.co a couple of weeks ago, but now WWE is advertising the pitched black match. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. Screw it, we're just going to play it. It's like 20 seconds, if that. Not even. It's 6 seconds. WWE wants to claim this video. I'm not going to play the audio or anything. They want to claim the 6-second video. Let them be dicks about it. But regardless, we're going to throw this up on the screen. Bada bing, bada boom, right here. So this video has been circulating on social media all morning. When we click it, when it's the pitched black match, Mountain Dew pitched black match, anything can happen. Royal Rumble, January 28th, 2022. Mountain Dew pitch black. Now, this is something that is being played on the company's official YouTube channel, running advertisements for pitch black matches ahead of different videos. Again, the Royal Rumble will be taking place in the Alamo Dome, January 8th. And this looks like it's just a big old promotion with Mountain Dew. You know, Mountain Dew pitched black started back in, I want to say, 2003 or 2004. I think it was 2004. And they took it away, and then they brought it back. And they took it away, and it's come and gone. Pitched black. Mountain Dew pitched black. And so it looks like whatever this pitched black match is going to be is an advertising thing in conjunction with Mountain Dew. Now, we recently saw WWE do something kind of like this with The Miz and Damian Priest a few years ago for that Netflix movie that Batista was in, Army of the Dead, where they did the lumberjack match with all the zombies. That was another match they did to fulfill a sponsorship deal. So this pitched black match looks like it might be something that you're going to do to fulfill a sponsorship deal. As far as details of what the match is going to be, that's still not known. It's still unclear what the actual pitch black match is going to be, but WWE is now advertising the pitch black match. So it's something, and something that's actually happening. So I'm interested in seeing what the heck this new concept could be. Maybe it's not a new concept. Maybe it's a blindfold match. They're calling the pitch black match. Maybe it's like back in the day, Jamie Noble and Nydia, where Nydia went blind. So Jamie Noble's like, Nydia, I'll have a match with you, and I'll put a sack over my head so I can't see. Maybe it's something like that. Still same concept of a blindfold match, but I have no clue what this is. A lot of people are like, oh my God, it's a Bray Wyatt thing. Oh my God, it's a Bray Wyatt. Now that it is partnered with Mountain Dew, I almost think it might not be a Bray Wyatt thing. I thought originally pitch black. Oh, it's some special Bray Wyatt thing where the lights go in and out or off and on, you know. But now that it's a advertisement thing with Mountain Dew, I almost think it might not be a Bray Wyatt thing after all. I don't know. It's just a lot of head scratching right now and a lot of unknowns. But what's not unknown are changes coming to AEW Dynamite. We're going to pull this up on the screen right here as a commercial actually aired on Rampage, hyping up the new Dynamite as far as like new graphics and stuff. We know there's going to be a new stage as well, but new graphics also for AEW Dynamite coming on January 4th. So here's the video. We're not going to play I'm just going to skim through the video. We're not going to play the audio, of course, but here's the commercial that aired during Rampage. You got Britt Baker there, zooming in. You see all these neon lines, like these neon light tubes with lines, and what are these called? Like laser lights and stuff in the background. And the Young Bucks actually showed behind the scenes footage of this video shoot a few weeks ago on BTE, but didn't say what the shoot was for. And now we know that it was a shoot for the new Dynamite graphics. So as you see, you got these light tubes lighting up, and you got, you know, it says New Year. Got all these different people. New Dynamite. They still got these things. These little lines that they're going to have on the graphics. They still got those. And it says, boom, AEW Dynamite live, January 4th. Now, hopefully they're not changing the name to Dynamite Live, because it doesn't need to be Dynamite Live. That was like stupid when WWE back in the day was like, you're watching SmackDown Live. It's SmackDown Live. Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense because SmackDown never was live before 2016. So then when it was SmackDown Live, they had to hammer it into our heads for 3 years that it's freaking live on Tuesday now. But January 4th, Dynamite, new graphics, new look. Tony Khan, while speaking to the Grapsity podcast, actually spoke about this and some of the upcoming changes, I guess you could say. Tony Khan stated the following on the new production changes to AEW, stating, quote, "The wrestling is going to be the same great wrestlers and the same great fans, but it's a new city, Seattle, and the look, the changes to the set, and the presentation are going to be changes that we're going to keep. I'm looking forward to the new look for the show. I find in wrestling, when you overpromise, you can disappoint people. It's a set and a presentation. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is what the fans bring, what the wrestlers and the staff of AEW and the crew bring every week. But the look of the show is important too, and it's going to look really cool." So they are changing up the stage as we thought they might do. We heard of these possible production changes coming a couple of weeks ago, and we started making our predictions on what we thought it could be. I said, new graphics, new stage. I also said maybe a tweak to the logo, but it doesn't look like it unless they're adding live to the logo like we saw in that image. I hope it's not Dynamite Live. Like, what does it need to be called? AEW Dynamite Live. Anyways. Maybe it's just saying live January 4th, which we all know Dynamite's always live anyways. But Tony Khan did confirm here changes to the set. Now, we don't know what those changes are going to be, but one thing we do know based off of the new commercial is that the Dynamite graphics colors are changing from purple and like a reddish pink kind of color to red and blue. So those are the new Dynamite colors, red and blue, and maybe white for like all the text. It looks like all the text is going to be white, just like it's already been. So red, blue, and white, but red and blue predominantly for the, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphics packages and stuff for AEW Dynamite. So it's going to be cool to see. Not this week, the 28th, but next week, January 4th, is when everything new will be implemented within All Elite Wrestling. Now, there's one female wrestler that never went to All Elite Wrestling that a lot of people thought we would see, and that was Chelsea Green. She worked for basically every other promotion since being let go by WWE, except AEW. Her husband, Matt Cardona, did, and now it's all but confirmed she's going back to WWE, as here we got a little quick hit as Fightful wrote the following regarding Chelsea Green's OnlyFans and her heading back to the Fed, as some may say. It was noted to us that Chelsea Green actually shut down her exclusive content page last week, but Wrestling Twitter just caught wind of this week. She is heading to WWE. Those Fightful's Sean WhatsApp right there does confirm that he's basically heard it's deal. It's done deal. She's going back. Dave Meltzer's been saying for about a month or two now that it's all but done for Chelsea Green to be returning to WWE. And there we go. Chelsea Green basically all but confirmed to be going back to WWE. And we'll see exactly when she does show up. I think one good way to introduce her would just be into the Royal Rumble. Just have her appear at the Royal Rumble and go from there. I don't know what brand she's going to be on, whether that's Raw or SmackDown. She was on SmackDown prior to getting released. Remember, she came to SmackDown, got hurt in the four-way, and then had to, take time off and then was released because she got injured, broke her wrist yet again. So maybe she goes to Raw, maybe she stays on SmackDown. And speaking of SmackDown, one SmackDown wrestler, superstar, whatever, actually showed off some injuries that he suffered during a street fight last week on SmackDown. Well, actually, technically 2 SmackDowns ago because it was on the pre-tape show where Ricochet had a little bump on his head that needed to get stitches. We pull this up on the screen right here. So they did the Miracle on 34th Street fight, and the night they filmed it, there was photos circulating of Ricochet being attended to at ringside and people going, oh my God, Ricochet looks like he got knocked out or something. Then the match airs and everyone's all concerned and this and that. And Ricochet's like, I'm fine. I'll update you guys in the morning. Well, Ricochet's update was just this. Six stitches in my stocking and a lump. At least it's not coal. So, yeah, Ricochet had to get some stitches prior to the street fight on SmackDown. And, oofa, 6 stitches right to the back of the head. And look at that fucking lump on his noggin. Look at that lump. Ouchie. Ah, that one looks like it hurt. That looks like it hurt a lot. I've tweaked up my knee to where I almost needed surgery and had a cast on for 6 weeks, and that hurt. I never had to get stitches, so all the best to Ricochet. Hopefully he heals up pretty quickly and doesn't miss any time. And my microphone just won't stop dipping. I don't know what I need to do. Tighten it as much as I can. Let me loosen it and retighten it. Maybe that's so tight that I almost can't. I'll make it work. I'll make it work and I'll fix it later while we're not live. Because it wasn't doing this to me this morning when I was recording stuff. But anyways, going into our final news story of the day has to do with one head of the table, one tribal chief, one undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns and possible plans for WrestleMania, as WrestlingNews.co wrote the following. WrestlingNews.co has been told that The Rock is still not locked in for WrestleMania, and the current plan, if Rock can't do the show, is for Cody Rhodes to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. WWE wants to get The Rock committed before the Royal Rumble because that is when things will get set in motion. WrestlingNews.co has said this is the current plan. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship on night 1. Night 2, Roman Reigns versus, well, TBD. If The Rock can't do the show, then the plan is for Cody Rhodes to be in that spot. And this is kind of, I'm going to say it right now, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not 100% sold on this or even believing this wholeheartedly. How does Seth or Drew get the title? Where do they get the title? Like, what? And it's Seth versus Drew or Cody. So that means Seth is winning the title in the next 3 months before Mania? How? When? Where? We know Rumble is most likely Kevin Owens. We know in Montreal at the Elimination Chamber, the rumor is possibly Roman versus Sami Zayn. There's not a Saudi show possibly scheduled for February. That looks like might end up being in May per new reports. So it's like, when the hell would Seth win the belt? And then defend against a SmackDown guy in Drew McIntyre or a Raw guy in Cody Rhodes? What? Huh? Like, I kind of believe it, but I don't. And then why would Cody challenge for the Universal Championship if not The Rock? Why wouldn't you do Seth versus Cody at Mania for the title, WWE Championship, boom, bang, bah, and have Drew McIntyre as the alternate? Unless the plan is for Drew to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. But then even though he's still, it's either Drew or, I don't know. I don't know if I believe this. Now, here's how I would do this. If you're trying to get both titles or one title off of Roman to get him back to SmackDown. Here's my pitch. All right. So, going to the Royal Rumble, and Roman Reigns is watching. And he's like, I can beat all these guys. I don't care who wins. Blah, blah, blah. I'll defend the titles against this man. And all of a sudden, Cody wins. Cody comes down on Raw the next night and goes, so Roman Reigns has 2 belts. I get that, but I don't care about the Universal title. What did I say when I came back last year? I wanted the belt that eluded my family forever. The belt that my father should have had, the WWE Championship. That's the only belt I care about. And that's the only belt I want to challenge for. Cody then says, I'm only challenging Roman at Mania for the WWE Championship. He can keep the Universal title and defend that against whoever he wants, a la hence either Seth or Drew or whatever. I don't know. But that's how I would do this. If they want 2 world title matches at WrestleMania, you have Roman work twice, once against Cody for the WWE title, and have Cody win the title to bring it to Raw, and then the other match against The Rock or whoever the alternate's going to be, whether that's Drew or Seth. I don't see how you take the title off Roman before Mania. To Seth Rollins. Is something going to happen? So there was the backstage deal on Raw last week where basically Owens told Seth, you tried to steal my match for Mania. So is Owens going to get a match against Roman at Rumble and Seth steal the match? I don't know. Now I'm trying to look too hard into this, but I don't see where Seth would win the title from Roman before WrestleMania. I don't. And so that's why I'm saying take this with a very small pinch of salt. But this is the news going around this morning for WrestlingNews.co that the Night 1 main event may be Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. And then Night 2 would be Roman Reigns versus The Rock or Cody Rhodes for the Universal Championship. But why would Cody want the Universal title? That just doesn't make any sense to me why Cody would want, in storyline, the Universal Championship. He wants the belt that his daddy never won and to bring back to the fam. So, yeah. That's why this report, I'm like, we're talking about it because it's a good talking point, but I'm not 100% sold on it. I'm not 100% sold on it at all. Give me 1 second. What the heck is this in the chat? I have no clue. So let's just time this person out. Spam in the chat, and there we go. But Roman and Seth win. How? And Seth wins? What? Does Seth? I'm not even gonna pitch. I'm not even gonna say that because it's preposterous. But yeah, those are the current rumored plans. Take it with a big ass grain of salt because we don't know if it's real or not or what. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know if I believe this one, but I do like the fact of defending both titles. Roman even defending both titles, and how you can have Cody easily make it happen. Go, I only want to challenge for one. And then Roman, you can still say the Universal Champion. You're making history with that belt. I'll let you keep that history, but you give me the other belt. You give me a shot for the other belt that I'm going to beat you for. So we'll see how it all does go, but that is the rumored plan for WrestleMania. But with that, guys, that's everything we've got for the wrestling wrap-up. We're going to wrap it up here with no Raw preview because there is no new Monday Night Raw tonight. There is a best of show airing instead. But what is new is that new Becoming the Man Ric Flair documentary live on Peacock right now. It is up for everybody to watch right now on Peacock, the new Ric Flair documentary. I'm already hearing great things about it. I'm going to watch it, maybe even do a review of it, and we'll see how that all does go. But with that, I want to say thank you for joining me here. If you're watching live, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, or if you're watching or listening later, whether that's youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited or podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. With that, guys, we won't be live talking Raw tonight, so I might be live talking something else. Maybe we're live on the other channel, twitch.tv/Timmy Buddy, playing some video games or whatnot, but we'll figure it all out. We'll see where it all does go, and then we'll be for sure back live Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. So it's that, guys. Have a great rest of your night. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, great holiday season, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.